Hey y'all, what's up? It's Dre and the Leaves, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day 8 of 12 days of Christmas. As the title might suggest, today's video is going to be an update on the plants that I received in my trade with Mariah a few months back. I figured that since most of them, bar 2, have been living out of the prop box for at least a month, that it would be useful for me to just kind of show y'all how they're doing, how they're living. This might be one of my final updates on the trade overall for a little while, because I just want to see how the plants grow. But I wanted to give y'all just a final update and let y'all know that actually they're all still alive, so we love to see that, and just kind of give you my thoughts on the plants that I got, growing them, how I feel, and any plans that I might have for them in the future. Okay, so I want to start off with this Hoya rotundiflora. Let me just let y'all see it real quick, if it will focus. Okay, so you can see it's dark. It grew one leaf, but it's just oddly cupped, and it does have an active vine. It is putting out a new vine down here as well. Why am I so far? My bad, y'all. I felt like I was really far. So anywho, brought the camera a little bit closer. But with that being said, with this plant, I planted it into tree fern, a mix amended with a little bit of tree fern. And I don't know what made me do that. I feel like I was just nervous for no real reason, because honestly, I don't think that this plant has been rooting significantly in the tree fern mix. And I do think that my Hoyas probably do better in a cocoa mix. So I am considering potentially taking it out of this tree fern mix, but for now, I'll let it rock. It hasn't yellowed anything off and died, so there's that. It just hasn't grown significantly for a plant that has been getting, I guess, ideal or desirable conditions, being that it's been in a warm prop box with access to a ton of light. It hasn't really been doing its big one in there. When it comes to this one, I think my plan is to probably just take it out of the prop bin, put it onto one of my shelves, because my shelves are obviously getting a lot of light. If you saw my video of all of my veiny-ish Hoyas or whatever, you would know that a lot of them are getting either bleached or sun stressed, etc. So maybe it just needs to be there. I'm not sure. I'll try putting it either on my Vitro wide back there or my Vitro tall. We'll see. But I think it's time for it to come out of the bin, because it's not doing its big one in the bin. Okay, this next plant is not a Hoya. It's the only non-Hoya, but it's also still inside of my prop bin. And that's just because I don't know. I actually don't know why I'm doing that, but it's my philodendron strawberry shake that she gave me. It's actually been growing well since I got it. I think it has given me, either 3 or 4 new leaves, but here's what it's looking like right now. The variegation has been consistent on the plant. Each leaf has given me variegation of some sort. When it comes to this plant, I don't feel like I have too much to say, because I don't really do much when it comes to it that's very different. In fact, I probably literally just put this plant in the prop bin and water it as needed. If I look in the bin and it seems dry, then I water it, but it stays moist for a long time because it's in the bin. So it's not even getting water even every week, but it's just growing, it's in there. And I guess I just want to wait for this one to get a little bit bigger before I take it out. I do have a question though. Is the strawberry shake one of those plants that needs a pole? Because I'm not doing that. Or is it self-heading, kind of like the Congo? Do you get what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm wondering. But I do really love the leaves that kind of go a little pink. Is that sun stressing? Because I don't remember the leaf being this pink, but this leaf is also getting a little bit pink. I don't know. I don't really know too much about this plant, but yeah, this leaf is definitely one of the new ones, and then it's also working on another new one there. I initially rooted it inside of a small, she gave me a piece that seemed like it was either an offset or a small prop that she just started. So I rooted it some more in a small mix, either of tree fern or small cocoa mix, something, and then I transitioned it into this here, which I think, if I look and make the right assumptions, might be a mix of tree fern and then also my general aroid mix, which is a cocoa based mix. So yeah, that's how this one is looking. I have no thoughts. I don't actually see a lot of people with strawberry shakes right now. So, and then when I do see them, they have the ones of this size. It doesn't size up significantly with each leaf. So this seems like I will be playing the long game, and it will take me a minute before I have a plant that's of note, if that makes sense. But I'm still really grateful for this plant. And actually, I'm now realizing I did my philodendron collection update and I never showed this plant, but that's because I kind of low-key forget about any plant that I have in my prop bin. So even like if I do any videos and I forget plants and they're in the prop bin or downstairs, it's because they're downstairs or in the prop bin. But yeah, she's cute and she's still alive, and I'm not taking her out. She has a permanent home in my prop bin because I'm a little weary. And then also with plants with variegation, I'm always nervous about them losing their variegation. And given that it seems to be doing its thing in that bin, I don't really want to stress it out. But it does look like it wouldn't be a self-heading kind of plant as I'm looking, because the internodal spacing, oh my gosh. This one that you have to put on a pole. I can't, no more pole plants, but this is very cute. All right. The next one that I want to give y'all an update on is this Dakier. I did think like probably 3 weeks ago, I thought maybe this one is not going to make it. And that was kind of stressing me out. In fact, like right now, I feel good because I see it's rooting. However, there are no, like, you can't see any, there's not one root that's made it around here. I am going to give it a water, but the reason I have hope is if you look, oh my God, not the big piece of perlite tried to block my blessing. All right. If you look into the pot there, and excuse my nail polish, my daughter tried to paint my nails, so it's looking wild, but it is what it is. But if you see, there's a little vine that's trying to push out from down there. So I'm pretty sure that it is rooting in some way. Oh, I lied. I see a little tiny root down here. Okay, great. I put her on a shelf lower to the ground because she'll stay moist for longer as compared to the shelves or plants that are higher up. Because obviously the hot air rises, and the hotter it is, the faster the moisture will leave the pot. So because of that, I think that's been helping it with rooting and such, but it also firmed up since I put it in that place because it was definitely like starting to get soft leaves, which I didn't like. But we're here now. She's doing well, and I'm hoping to get a little bit of a larger leaf because I do like the heart leaf shape that the Dakier has. This right now, like this leaf here, looks more close to like a Hoya surprise leaf. Oh, there goes the large piece of perlite. Didn't want to be here. And I'm hoping to get more like round carry-eye-esque leaves that the Dakier typically has. Okay, this next one is the Hoya Sasuela. Let me get y'all up on it. I grew literally one leaf since having this plant. I need to accept that I'm the problem here. The plant has rooted significantly. However, I don't keep it moist enough. And I think that this is similar to like the multifloras or any of the thinner leaf Hoyas that I have, which means that it kind of requires more consistent moisture unless you have it potted into like a really dense mix, which I have this in a much denser mix than my multiflora Javanica Thai Splash. But this one, I do think that the reason that it hasn't popped off fully and that the other vine in it died is because it's not staying as moist. But I did get a new leaf. It does have a vine that's active and growing. So what I'm really just considering is also putting this probably on the same shelf that I have my Dakier on, or even better yet, putting it where my multifloras are at, because then it will make it easier for me to go around with that little squeeze bottle and just give them a little top off when I'm feeling frisky. So with that being said, that's the Sasuela. I don't have any notes. It's still lime, and I'm kind of waiting and seeing to see how I feel about it, because I think I've been mentioning, I am realizing that I don't know if I like lime green Hoyas lime green Hoyas, to be honest. I don't think I have a lot of lime green plants. Yeah, because something about the lime green color, it kind of makes me think like, are you sick? But anywho, it's not sick. It is fuzzy. I like the texture. So we're just going to keep letting it grow because I think it's way too small for me to judge at this point. And there is a potential that if I change the conditions that I give it, etc., that either the leaves will maybe get a touch bigger, or maybe there's a bloom that I should look out for, something. I'm going to keep this for a long time because also I'm a sentimental girly. So when people gift me stuff, it's hard for me to let it go. All right. And here's this next one. This is the Hoya GPS 9303. So this one I just talked about in my prehistoric Hoya, whatever. I don't even remember what I titled it because, yeah. But in that video, I talked about it and I still haven't chopped it yet. I think I'm going to maybe chop it at some point. I don't know. I'm kind of like trying to figure out what I'm doing with my bins first before I make all these chops. I had planned to do a chop video in this 12 Days of Christmas series, but I actually decided to take a pause on that and then do a final long, large, whatever, repot, chop, etc. as like a full clear out before the new year. So I'm just adding stuff to a list for that video that will probably be posted just before New Year's. But with that being said, I like this plant. I'm just kind of upset by this little gap because the new leaves fell off of it, which we really don't love to see. I do love this leaf. It's very up my alley. I just don't understand why I had to do this. And I think I need to just chop it and prop it, but I don't know what's stopping me from doing it. I just don't want to do it because I don't want to have to wait for another vine to come out and then just have like a one leaf plant in the cup. Yeah, I feel like chopping it, there is patience that's required. There's patience that's required in plant care. And maybe I just need to chop it and be patient so that I can have the 2 vines in the pot that I really desire. So, but otherwise, she's a real easy Hoya to have. I think I just must have messed up. Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I'm remembering, the leaves probably fell off in the transition into ambient because they probably were growing leaves and then I moved it onto the shelf. So it went from really high humidity to not. But that's the GPS 9303. I love it. It's doing well. She has a home here, honestly. All right, this next one is probably one of my more unique Hoyas that I have. Shout out to Mariah. And this is my Hoya leonensis. Here is what she's looking like. I really like this plant because of look at the emergent. It's already getting sun stressed as a new leaf, which is kind of wild. I love the what you call it, the margin on the plant. It's a very thick leaf Hoya. It's got a little bit of splashing. I do think I have it in a little bit too high of light because it wasn't this light when I first got it. But I love the splashing. I love the shape. I probably should look into because this shape that it has is similar, again, to like the shape of the surprise. Like it's kind of like a paddle, you know, like one of those like literally like a paddle. It looked like one of those paddle, you know. Why am I sitting here doing all this? But it looks like a paddle to me, paddle shape, instead of it coming to a point. But then again, the new leaf looks like it wants to come to a point. So then that's kind of interesting. What exactly are you trying to be? I don't know. But I love this plant. Also, it doesn't actually have a ton of, oh, I lied, there are roots in there. Liar, liar, pants on fire. But yeah, I do like this plant. It did well in the transition to ambient and didn't start growing a new leaf until it was in ambient conditions. It is under a lot of light right now. And maybe I will leave it there for a little bit longer and see what happens because I do like the sun stressing. But then again, maybe I might move it. We'll really see. I do know I need to also have like a rearrange of this table and like those Hoya shelves because I want to make sure that all of my Hoyas are in the place they need to be to get the light that they need to look the way I want them to look. But yeah, this one hasn't been a struggle. I do like it, and it also adds like a unique element because I don't think I have any Hoyas that have like that dark margin outside of my Noel and then like my literal verticillata black margin. Okay, and next we have the Lai Chow. This is literally my favorite one that I got in this trade, my favorite plant from this trade. Let me get y'all up on these new leaves. They're so cute. I love this plant so bad. It has what I like. In my wishlist video, I talked about how I really love a dark leaf with that freckling splash. That's literally what this has. It has such a cute shape. It has grown significantly. And then I'm like, of course, the plant that I really loved the most from this trade is the one plant that is also grown such a long tendril, put out 2 leaves on both sides. Like I actually got the twin expansion. Love to see that. And it looks like it's going to continue doing that for me. There is one gap where the internodal spacing is type long, not gonna lie, but I'm absolutely okay with that. And this plant is really, really cute. I'm just so excited about it. Okay, and finally, we're gonna wrap up with the trifecta of Bellas that she gave me. So first is the green from Bella. It's doing fantastically. It has grown. I think when I got it, I can't remember if I chopped it in half to prop it or if I just like let it do its thing. What is that? Oh, it's a piece of wood. Yeah, I can't remember what I chose to do, but there are now 3 vines in this pot. They all have active growth points for the most part. One has a peduncle that's budding up. Is one that didn't come with it. I think the peduncles that came with it either fell off. Something happened along those lines. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a root. Bruh, I'm always panicking. And I have another peduncle coming out up here. It's doing great. I like this plant. It doesn't really require a lot of no muss, no fuss, and it's been branching on its own without me having to do anything extra to make it achieve that. So I appreciate that about the plant. And then I see it's putting out a new vine over here. I don't know. Here's the Bella. It's doing its thing, man. Okay, the next one I have here is the Bella Intervariegated. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I got it, and when I got it, she was like, "Oh, it's sad, but it can be revived." It did. It is revived. It grew. It's grown significantly. So both of these two stalks here have grown since I got it. So I've grown all of these leaves here since I got the plant. And I think that it's actually putting out a peduncle on both of those stalks. Am I dragging it, or is it just one? Yeah, so just on one. I have a peduncle coming out on one of the stalks, which that's exciting. You know, that indicates that she's happy. She's doing her thing, and she's already like, instead of growing upward like the green one is still staying up, she's already starting to like try to hang downward, which we love to see. All right, and then finally I have the outer variegated Bella, which of all the Bellas is my favorite one. I like a dark leaf, so I like this one because it highlights more of the dark leaf. It's very cute. It has grown significantly for me as well, just like the others. They're very fast growers. I think this might be the only one that doesn't have a peduncle on it. This is the only one without a peduncle, but when I did get it, it did have a peduncle. It just dried up during like the whole propagation transitionary period. But otherwise, this plant is so cute. It's growing. I love her, and I can't wait for her to also finally like get heavy enough to hang down, but doesn't seem like she wants to do that. Do y'all grow your Bellas hanging, or do you like put them on the wreath kind of situation? Let me know, because also none of the Bellas, they all grow similarly to like my Hushkeliana. Not quite like my Lacunosa, because my Lacunosa will occasionally shoot out a vine. That vine will grow 0 leaves, and she will put like 6 peduncles out on the vine. And these Bellas kind of grow like my Hushkeliana, which just puts out leaves one at a time as it hangs down, and then we'll put out a little bit of a tendril, a little bit of a vine, but not too much. So these are like pretty much leaf first Hoyas. They don't shoot vines significantly, so at least not in my house. But yeah, this is the final one. And all of the Bellas are doing really great. So love that for me. With that being said, I will see y'all in tomorrow's video. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about the plans. If you have any of these and you feel like mine should be doing better, give me your advice. I'm open to it. With that being said, see y'all tomorrow. Bye.